Hi, I'm Monique. I'm a homeschooling mama, a maker of simple things, and a woman who finds God in everyday life. Here at Moni Beloved, I share testimonies, life lessons, and the small parables hidden in ordinary days, in the garden, at the kitchen table, through motherhood, soap making, and learning alongside my children. My heart is to encourage you to see that faith isn't just something we believe, it's something we live, right here, right now. I'm so glad you're here. There's an old poem called The Spider and the Fly. In it, a clever spider calls to a little fly, "Will you walk into my parlor?" And with gentle flattery and friendly words, he lures her into his web. Each verse is a warning about how easily we can be drawn away from safety, not by force, but by persuasion. That poem came to life for me recently in a very real way. My son and I were selling a phone through Facebook Marketplace, something we've done safely many times, at least the selling things part. I've always been careful to meet people in public places, to listen to that quiet voice that says, this feels right or it doesn't. But this time, the web was spun with skill. The person I was messaging with seemed polite and respectful. He had reasons why he couldn't meet right away. His work schedule, his dad's pain, a smoking car. And without even realizing it, I started breaking my own rules. I left the safety of my own ground, my turf, and went to his. The moment I did, things shifted. The details blurred. Who was the dad? Who was the son? Was there even a car? And before I knew it, we were standing face to face with a boy who looked kind and well-mannered. But within moments, that politeness vanished and the web closed in. He grabbed the phone, cursed, threatened us, and took off like a shotgun, down the hill and around the corner, never to be seen again. And just like that, we were left, and for a moment we were frozen in time. A little shaken, a little stunned, but also, I believed, protected. In the days that followed, I realized how clearly this experience mirrors the way our spiritual enemy works. He doesn't usually tempt us with obvious evil. He lures us with something that looks familiar, something that feels harmless, and is even compassionate. I was having car trouble that week. So when he said his car was smoking, it didn't even strike me as suspicious. It felt relatable. That's how the adversary moves. He mirrors our weaknesses or pain to gain our trust. He wants us to drop our guard out of empathy, to step off the ground of wisdom and safety and onto his turf. There's a line from It's a Wonderful Life that comes to mind. You sit around here and you spin your little webs and you think the whole world revolves around you and your money. Well, it doesn't, Mr. Potter. In the whole vast configuration of things, I'd say you are nothing but a scurvy little spider. Just like George Bailey saw the danger in Potter's manipulations, we can recognize the traps in our own lives. The cunning webs of deception that try to lure us off the ground God has given us. The enemy may seem even powerful, but in God's light, his webs are nothing but a scurvy little spider's illusions. In 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, we read, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." The word vigilant means awake and watchful. And that's what the Spirit whispered to me. Stay awake. Don't trade your peace for pressure. Don't leave your post of safety to prove your kindness. In John chapter 10, verse 27, we read, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." That's the shepherd's voice, the voice that says, come back to higher ground. That day reminded me, we don't have to live afraid. We just have to live aware. We don't need to expect evil behind every door. We just need to keep our hand in the shepherd's. And when the world says, step over here just for a moment, I pray that we may have the courage to say, no, I'll stay where God has planted me. The enemy may weave his webs in shadows, but our shepherd walks in light. And when we learn to listen for his voice, no spider, no thief, no lie can keep us bound. 4, the Spirit warns through unease. That warning in your heart, that small hesitation, is often the Holy Ghost protecting you. When there's no peace, there's no permission. For the young ones here, you'll face voices that sound harmless. Friends, media, even opportunities that say, it's just this once, or everyone does it. Be careful whose turf you're stepping on. Stay where the light is. And for the grown ones, sometimes it isn't temptation, but compassion, hope, or exhaustion that lures us away from discernment. We think, I just want to help, or I just want to believe the best. But even good motives need wise boundaries. The boy who took the phone may never be caught, but I have learned a valuable lesson. Because what the enemy meant for harm, God turned into a holy awakening. When something feels confusing, rushed, or pressured, that's not the shepherd. That's the stranger's voice. So I want to share some lessons learned. Number 1, guard your ground. Stay in the place of peace God has given you, whether that's physical, emotional, or spiritual. The enemy will always try to move the meeting place. Number 2, confusion is his fog, like him casting a spell on us. If the story keeps changing, if your spirit feels unsettled, pause. God speaks in clarity and calm, not chaos. And 3, hope and wisdom must walk hand in hand. It's beautiful and good to believe the best in people, but Jesus said, be ye wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Wisdom and kindness are meant to travel together.